Trout and salmon are a fish that we are accustomed to in Western society, as well as other parts of the world today. Most of us understand that trout are in rivers, streams, and lakes, where salmon spawn in rivers and swim to the ocean, only to return and mate back in the freshwater rivers to die and continue the cycle of life. However, did you know that trout and salmon are one and the same? In this video, I will be focusing more on the trout side of the salmonid, but a true history of the animal is needed for a proper understanding of cultivation and aquaculture. Trout are a great fish for focusing on a permaculture farm and are a great aspect to any agricultural situation. Trout and salmon come from the same, the ray fin fish, dubbed this because their fins are webs of skin supported by bony spines or rays, as opposed to the fleshy lobed fins that characterize the class of a lobed fin fish. Current salmonids comprise of 3 lineages, subsequently treated as subfamilies: whitefish, graylings, and the char, trout, and salmon. Generally, all 3 lineages come from the same and thus are in direct relation to one another. Now, to our understanding, salmonids diverged from the rest of the teleost fish no later than 88 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. This change was marked by a whole species mutation event in the ancestral salmonid, where the ancient ancestor became a tetraploid. Older salmonids all show links of part tetraploid. Studies show the genome had changed selection to regain a diploid state. Studies done in rainbow trout have shown that the fish is still partially tetraploid. Around half of the duplicated protein coding genes have been deleted, with potential to influence regulation of the rainbow trout species. This part of the tetraploid is thought to be reflected in the rest of the extinct salmonids. Now, enough about the history. Let's talk about raising these little guys. Trout are a cold water fish and are most comfortable with a steady temperature about 60 to 64 degrees. However, they can survive in colder water. They just won't grow as fast as you might like in a farming situation. Trout are a freshwater fish, do not mind dark places, and enjoy the finest of insects and other living things available: flies, mayflies, stoneflies, mollusks, dragonflies, shrimp, mealworms, and even bloodworms. As younger fish, from birth to fingerlings, they are baby fish, and they will eat zooplankton and other forms of bacterial algae. In my opinion, the best way to grow fish is in a pond with a stream flowing through, such as the Feather River College has at their hatchery in Quincy, California. This is considered an extensive aquaculture system, which means that little work is put into the project, and the system is rather simple. You have a constant flush of water coming through the system, and a steady aeration system that gives the fish the oxygen they deserve. Natural bacteria grows, and the plants along the side help for nutrient and ammonia filtration, which has a positive for a healthy fish and steady growth. When growing fish, basic fish feed is an industry standard. However, many people are known to create their own fish shake and fish meal to individual preference. Many people do not understand that trout and salmon are farmed, and the industry is growing strong. A replication of the natural environment isn't necessary, for the concrete jungle of a hatchery will still grow fish. Without hatcheries, you wouldn't be able to enjoy the fish that are in many streams that you see today. Lake and fish stocking is common all over the world and is becoming more and more necessary due to large-scale fish operations and dams blocking the natural path that this species has followed for millions of years. I hope you learned a thing or two about growing these animals, as well as where they come from and what they do. I'll quote the United States Food Administration in an old ad: "Save the products of the land, eat more fish, they feed themselves."